What's up, everybody? Kind of been messing around with the boost knuckle. I actually haven't posted much on it or any videos here lately. You know, there's just been so much work to do on the truck that it's kind of made it difficult to like try and make a lot of progress and video and all that stuff. So it's just been a lot easier for me to just get the work done, not video it. You know, and in the future there's going to be a lot more videos of this truck. So, you know, I don't know. I just didn't feel the need to want to video all this work that I've done. But so I don't know where I'm at with it as far as video goes and what you guys have seen. But as of right now, the motor's in the truck. The torque converter I got from Brent at PFI Speed is in the truck. It's all bolted in. I've got I made the crossover pipe from the driver's side manifold over to the Fowler Speed and Performance turbo manifold that we won on his little giveaway there beginning of the year. And I've got the wastegate placed on the manifold, got the exhaust pipe ran. I've started laying out some of the wiring. It's not all buttoned up, but it's on there. And I'm just kind of slowly just chipping away at the bit. But anyways, I'll show you guys what you know, how far along we are with this thing. But like you said, we've got the a lot of the harness out, you know, laid out over it. I've, you know, got my fuel lines and stuff made for the regulator. I've got my sensor, my fuel pressure sensor all plumbed and set up. I do have the feed lines ran. You know, basically there's going to be a dash 12 that comes from the pump, or from the tank to the pump. Then there's going to be a dash 10 from the pump up to a Y block, and then it'll feed dash 8s into the rail. There will be fuel filters in line. There'll be a pre and post filter. I'll have to get those. I got to get a couple filters for it anyways, but I've got my I bought a MagnaFuel 4303 pump for it, so that'll be plenty. I think those pumps are good for like 1,000 horsepower on ethanol. I don't think this motor will make that much, but who knows? Maybe it'll surprise me. I don't anticipate it on probably honestly making. I'll probably shoot for like 700. If it'll make 700, I'd be super pumped. You know, but we'll see. We'll see what it does. I put a 5-pound spring in the gate. We'll start with that, see where that gets us, and we'll just go from there and just slowly chip away at it and see if we can make more power. I did buy a new ICT billet alternator bracket, which I just love that thing. I love the way that thing looks, the way it fits. ICT just, you know, I've got that bracket. I've got their coil brackets. I think that's the only ICT billet stuff I've got on the truck currently. I think I had some other stuff, but I think it was all with the blower. I actually had their adapter plates too as well, for the blower to go from cathedral port to rectangle port. But anyways, I got the turbo feed line, or turbo drain all plumbed and everything. My buddy Josh over at Finish Lines made me this nice turbo feed, so we've got that squared away. Obviously it's not tight, but that's all stuff that I've got to tighten up. Oh yeah, I do have an ICT billet. I don't know if you can see, there's an ICT billet fitting here that goes so I can connect the oil feed line for the turbo. But yeah, I got that, and then here I fabbed up my MRE 4-inch exhaust. I kicked it out the fender. I am a little hesitant about this because it runs kind of semi over top of the tire. It doesn't hit the tire. There's a little bit of, I don't think, you can't really see it. There's probably about 4 inches or so, maybe a little more, above or between the tire and the exhaust. And you know, if the front end starts bouncing around, there's a good possibility the tire is actually going to hit that. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I'm super picky about that stuff, so I don't know. Like, I mean, it's more or less it's got to stay like that because I've already cut a huge hole in the side of the truck. But I did get the wastegate mounted. Let me pull this off. You can see. So the Fowler Speed and Performance manifold didn't come with a wastegate provision, so I made my own, put a tile 60 on it. Yeah, anyways, added a flex and then just basically recirced it back into the exhaust. So I don't have an extra pipe or anything like that. It's much more clean and simple that way. I like having them separate. Obviously, you've seen it on the Civic. It's 2 separate pipes. They blow flames and all kinds of cool stuff. But for what this is, and it kind of keeps the sound down, because when the gate opens up, it does change the sound, you know, and all that. And this is just much cleaner, much easier way to do it this way. So got that done. I actually finished that up last night. Got my wideband. My wideband's actually inside here, so you can't really see it. There's nothing on there. And then it's actually going to get wired through the cab into the new Holley Terminator X. I did get a Summit balancer from my buddy with the Mustang, Aaron, with that LS Turbo Mustang that we helped build the short block and the turbo kit on. That car's actually in the works of getting some new stuff done to it. We're actually going to build a little bit different motor for it. He had some transmission issues, ended up blowing the thrust out of the motor. So we've got the motor tore down. We're going to freshen it up, go back through it. We're going to actually put a forged crank in it, so the stock steel crank, and change the cam and some other stuff. And we're just going to keep moving forward with that build, hopefully make some more power. But aside from that, like I said, I got to do the fuel return line. Obviously, I got to plumb some fittings. Obviously, back lines and stuff for the gate, the blow-off valve. Speaking of blow-off valve, we got to do the charge piping, intercooler. Pretty much what's left is just finishing up some small wiring stuff to get it, you know, basically to where the ECU and everything will power up. And then it's mostly just intercooler, piping, and then fuel lines and wiring the fuel pump. In all reality, that's pretty much all that's left with it to get it up and running. It's not going to be race ready by any means, but it's going to be in a position where I can get it out and drive it and let the Holley learn, and try and work on the tune a little bit, and we can just start driving it and, you know, having fun with it again. But that's pretty much it for the Boost Knuckle. I mean, I kind of summed it up pretty quick. It's taken me probably a month or so, maybe a little longer, to get it this far along. You know, it's really expensive, and I try and do stuff as cheap as possible. That's why everything on this truck, I say everything, you know, a lot of the stuff's all eBay purchased. You know, I think the only thing I didn't purchase off of eBay was the piping and the intake manifold, but everything else, all the lines, fittings, turbo, ICT stuff, everything I just order off eBay. So I can't say it's really an eBay build, but it's eBay inspired, and we'll just go with that. I don't really know what else to say about that, other than we're going to keep chipping away at the bit and keep making some progress with this thing, and hopefully we'll have this up and running, and we'll do a little startup and test drive video here pretty soon, and hopefully we can see if this thing will make some power, and maybe we'll go out to the track and surprise some people, maybe go out and run some 10-second passes in it, who knows. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. That was more or less just kind of a rundown of what's been going on with the Boost Knuckle, because I've had some people ask about it, and I just figured I'd give you all a little quick update. So don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, keep following along, and we'll see you guys later.